Hey everyone, I'm Saisha and today I'm going to be doing a BGA specific teach of the Tag Team, a game designed by Gricha and Corentin published by the Scorpion Masqué. Tag Team is a two-player only auto battler deck building game. Let's see how it plays. In Tag Team, you battle with two unique fighters against your opponent fighters, with the goal to knock out at least one of them. Every fighter has their own health track, and for all the fighters, it will be at max when the game starts, and when the health track marker of any of the opponent's fighter reaches all the way down to KO space, they are considered knocked out and you win the game. These are the starting fighters that you're going to be playing with for the first couple of games. I have got Joanne and Qingxi, and my opponent has got Bodwar and Wong Fei Hung. There are 12 fighters in total for Tag Team, so once you're familiar with the starting fighters, you can go ahead and pick other fighters for the next games. Before we jump into the game mechanics, let's become familiar with the fighters. Starting from the right side, we have Wong Fei Hung. He kind of reminds me of Master Roshi from Dragon Ball Z anime. Wong Fei Hung is a disciplined fighter who marks his opponents with his concentration tokens and turn their powers against them. The power for all the fighters are marked by this purple power cubes. Wong Fei Hung has 2 powers, Bodwar has 3, Qingxi has 2, and Joanne has 1. So this guy can mark his opponents by his concentration token, and if Qingxi attacks him, we are going to get hit by our own power. He can also transfer power to his partner, who is Bodwar, making him a strong support character with a steady offense. Moving on to Bodwar the Berserker. This guy is super angry and filled with rage. He starts the fight in a calm state, but as soon as the rage marker reaches all the way to the top on this rage track, he transforms into the Berserker bear form, unleashing devastating attacks in his awakened state. Qingxi, or the Queen of Pirates, builds her mighty fleet by gaining ships and advancing along her fleet track. This is the fleet track, and as her fleet grows, her cards become more powerful. Joanne is a noble paladin who channels the divine voice. This is the divine voice tracker. Every time the marker lands on this halo space, she gains a power, and every time it lands on this halo space, her partner, who is Qingxi, gains 1 power. This game is an auto battler deck building game where every fighter has 10 cards each. Out of the 10 cards, 1 card for each fighter is the starting card, which is marked by the star symbol. So this card is the starting card of Qingxi. You can also find the matching pirate symbol, which is there on Qingxi's player board. This card is the starting card of Joanne, marked by the star and the paladin symbol. Now every turn you have to add 1 card in your deck. You can add the card before the existing card or after it. Let's add this card Due Premier Survey before the Terror of Seas. Now this is my deck for the first round. I'm going to go ahead and click on confirm and wait for my opponent to make up her deck. This game is an auto battler, which means you just make up your deck, and when the fight starts, you can no longer change anything. You just have to see how it plays. Let's go ahead and see that in action. I'll click on next turn. As you guys already know my deck, my first card was Due Premier Survey, which has been flipped by BGA, and I have gained 1 divine voice. This card is Joanne's card, so the divine voice marker moved from here to here. The interface of this game is super clean and intuitive. Everything is displayed right here. It is the first round. Joanne gains 1 divine voice and Bodwar gains 1 rage. Let's go ahead and check the rage marker. The rage marker moved from the bottommost place up 1 level. Let's go ahead and see the next turn. Qingxi gains a concentration token because of Wong Fei Hung, the harder they fall card. This is the concentration token that he has placed on Qingxi. The effects on the cards are applied simultaneously, so all this is happening in real time. Wong Fei Hung places the concentration token. Qingxi attacks. As mentioned here, if you have 0 to 7 ships, attack. Since Qingxi is having 2 power, she is going to deal 2 damage to Wong Fei Hung. Let's go ahead and see that. The health marker moved from 17 2 steps down to 15. After attacking, she is going to gain 1 ship for her fleet, and the fleet marker moved from 0 to 1. We had only 2 cards, so the round has finished. Let's click on end review. Every round you're going to select 1 card, and the remaining 2 card is going to get discarded to the bottom of their deck. You cannot change the order of the previously placed card. However, you can insert the new card in between them or before or after the cards. The first and the third card are Joanne's card, and the second card is Qingxi's card. This card, which is called the Secret Harbor, is used for blocking the opponent's attack. I'm going to put this card right in the middle. So in this game, you have to try to predict your opponent's attack and build your deck accordingly, and you never shuffle the deck. Let's click on discard both cards. It is going to get discarded at the bottom of the deck. This is our deck for the second round. You kind of have to remember the sequence of your opponent's card so that your attacks go through and build your defense accordingly. This is the reason I like this game in real time and not so much turn-based. If you are playing turn-based, I advise you to take some notes. When your opponent attacks, the fighter whose card is present is going to take the damage. For example, in this situation, Wong Fei Hung is going to attack Qing Shi, decreasing her health by 2. You can also track the health of your fighters from this section, and if the health marker of any of your fighters reaches all the way to the bottom, you're going to lose the game. And one thing to note here is that the power cubes are not lost after an attack. After you have played a couple of rounds with the starting fighters, you can go ahead and pick new fighters. All the informations about the new fighters are here in the fighter's guide. They're pretty self-explanatory, and once you read through a player's guide, you will be good to go. You can pick the different fighters by a simple draft, a competitive one, or a pick and choose draft. With that, you're now ready to play the tag team on Board Game Arena. If you have liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button and do consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you with a new game next time. Bye! Happy gaming!